It's great that Gungi survived Order 66 and made it home to his people on Kashyyyk. There is no doubt about that. But let's not forget that he was part of a Jedi clan with 5 other younglings: Petro, Katuni, Biff, Zat, and Gnodi. So what happened to them? Or was Gungi the only survivor? Right now, I think the sad, safe bet is to assume he was. It seems like the most likely outcome. If others from Gungi's clan had survived, I would have hoped to see them at his side. But maybe they were at one point and they got separated. As he escapes the Vanguard Axis space station, he has a couple moments of hesitation where he looks back. The droids were attempting to smuggle him back to the Empire, so maybe he's just afraid for other Jedi on the run like him. Or maybe that's how he got separated from the others. Maybe his other youngling friends were already captured by the Vanguard Axis. Maybe he'll tell Clone Force 99 and they could go on a quest to find and rescue the other 5 members. Again, I think that's unlikely. On one hand, I don't know if I want 1 to 5 more episodes to be specifically about the younglings, but on the other, getting confirmation that Gungi survived was one of the most thrilling moments of Star Wars Celebration 2022 for me. I had given up all hope that any of the younglings got to safety after Order 66. If there's one thing the Bad Batch can't stand to ignore, it's a child in need of help. So much of Hunter's story has been about balancing the safety of his family with assisting the galaxy as a whole. That's the main source of conflict between him and Echo. But whether it's Omega, Hera, or Gungi, Hunter just wants to help kids find their families. So helping the remaining 5 younglings might be a good way to ease the batch into intentionally putting themselves in harm's way for the sake of another group. Maybe the next episode will start with Gungi giving them all more information on the Vanguard Axis. But if that were the case, I think he would have mentioned his friends earlier or at all. Instead, he was completely silent about them. But he was afraid of the clones at first, so maybe he didn't trust them until after they helped fight the Trandoshans on Kashyyyk. I don't know, I'm just talking myself through this, going back and forth thinking it could or it couldn't happen. I didn't see much in the episode Tribe to suggest we'll be seeking out the other younglings, but I do have some hope. Because let's not forget the entire youngling arc in the Clone Wars was originally meant to serve as a pilot for a young Padawan series. The story was written, but was then changed and adapted into the 4-episode arc we saw in Season 5 of the Clone Wars. The Gathering, A Test of Strength, Bound for Rescue, and A Necessary Bond. My point is, those characters were probably conceived with more story in mind. The Bad Batch has adapted 2 dropped storylines from the Clone Wars already. The latest episode on Kashyyyk was one of them. If there were more stories planned for the younglings, I wouldn't put it past the Bad Batch to explore them further. Or maybe Gungi is all we'll see. For now, I'm gonna assume we won't be seeing more of those characters, but Gungi has sparked some hope that some or all of them did survive. Maybe they contacted an old ally for some help, like Hondo Ohnaka. He does eventually name one of his ships the Katuni, after all. But what do you think? Did the younglings survive? Will we see more of them in the Bad Batch? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel to keep up with all our Bad Batch coverage, follow us on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, and consider checking out our Patreon page for video reactions and audio commentaries for every episode as well. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.